I'm sorry. That was acting. That's what that was. I don't really care what happens with this movie. I really hope her career is pretty much over. I'd be thrilled to see that. I can't imagine. I mean, Christian.
Because Ellie still looks and acts like a 14-year-old from season 1, even though she's supposed to be 19.
What happens when a rising star lets fame go to their head? When someone is handed the biggest opportunity of their career and then turns around and sues the very people who gave it to them? That's the question everyone's asking about Bella Ramsey. Once hailed as the bold, new face of The Last of Us, Bella is now at the center of one of Hollywood's messiest public meltdowns. Instead of gratitude, she's bringing legal threats. Instead of staying professional, she's accusing HBO of betrayal. But here's the truth people are too scared to say. Bella Ramsey may have just ruined her own career, and no one is to blame but Bella herself.
Yes, maybe we can prop it open with something and you can slide. Whoa! Oh my god, what? Is it getting bigger? Stop it. No, seriously, what's with that? It's fine, Joel. Does it hurt? Joel, please, you're making me self-conscious. I'm sorry, it's just a little bit startling. Normal head, Joel, can we just get back to the door thing? It's planetary. Leave it. It's gonna have its own area code soon.
We just had to not like each other for a bit.
You had to not like me, which came easy.
Like most people, I liked the first season. I thought they did a great job. Season 2, I was skeptical on them not recasting Ellie and keeping Bella Ramsey as Ellie because it's supposed to take place 5 years into the future, but obviously Bella Ramsey in real life was not going to age that much in, the 2 years it took between seasons. So in the show, Ellie still looks exactly the same, but is supposed to be 5 years older. Also, Ellie still acts exactly the same. For some reason, they made the decision for The Last of Us Season 2 to make Ellie dumb, to the point where she even says that she's stupid. Why? That just kind of betrays the character.
Change up your impression at all, or is it pretty much the same?
Well, the noise is the same. I've not got any more noises in my back pocket. The new infected are pretty terrifying. They're so smart, and they haven't really got a noise. That's the whole point of them. They're silent and terrifying.
Ooh, give us a little silent and terrifying.
Joel, I think I found something. Whoa! What? No, nothing. It's just your forehead seems bigger than last season. I think I found a way.
Bella Ramsey shot to fame fast. After playing Lyanna Mormont in Game of Thrones, she was cast as Ellie in The Last of Us, one of HBO's most expensive and ambitious shows. At first, critics were curious but hopeful. Fans of the game were skeptical. Bella didn't really look like Ellie, and many felt she wasn't the right fit. Still, HBO gave her the role, trusted her with a character beloved by millions, and poured millions of dollars into promoting her. Season 1 was a success overall, not because of Bella, but because of Pedro Pascal, the gripping storyline and the hype behind the original game. Bella did her job, but as time passed, fans started noticing something strange. Ellie was supposed to be growing older, stronger, more mature. But Bella's portrayal stayed the same, stiff, awkward, and oddly emotionless. While the world around her evolved, her character didn't. And that became a major problem going into season 2. Let's be honest, fans weren't sold on Bella's version of Ellie to begin with, and by the time season 2 dropped, things had only gotten worse. In the story, Ellie is now supposed to be around 19 years old. Her voice, her behavior, even her facial expressions stayed the same. Online forums exploded. YouTube videos critiquing Bella's performance racked up millions of views. Petitions calling for her to be recast spread like wildfire. Fans weren't being cruel, they were just being honest. They loved The Last of Us and they wanted a lead actor who could actually grow with the role, but instead of listening, Bella doubled down. She mocked fans online, she gave interviews brushing off criticism, and she acted like she was untouchable. Then came the bombshell. Reports surfaced that The Last of Us Part 3 had been quietly shelved. HBO went radio silent. Bella was no longer being mentioned in press releases. And instead of accepting the reality that maybe HBO was moving in a different direction, just like any studio has a right to do, Bella did the unthinkable. She lawyered up and sued HBO. According to insider sources, Bella's legal team is claiming she was unfairly terminated and reputationally sabotaged. They say she was promised multiple seasons, endorsements, and even creative input. None of that was officially confirmed in any binding contract. If anything, it seems Bella just assumed she'd stay the star forever. That's not how Hollywood works. Let's get one thing straight. Actors get replaced all the time. Characters are recast, shows change direction, and sometimes roles simply don't work out. It's business. But Bella made it personal. Instead of handling things with grace, she's accusing the studio that gave her a massive break of betrayal. Even worse, she's fueling online drama. Her fans have started harassing HBO online, spreading hashtags like #JusticeForBella, and attacking producers who are just trying to make the best show possible. It's gone beyond professionalism. It's turned into a circus, all because Bella couldn't handle a casting change. Despite the lawsuit and dramatic headlines, there's one simple reason Bella was likely removed from The Last of Us. The audience didn't connect with her, ratings were down, fan reception was lukewarm at best, and with each episode, fewer people were tuning in. For a multi-million-dollar franchise, that's a huge red flag. Behind the scenes, things weren't great either. Leaks suggest Bella clashed with producers. She reportedly pushed back on major story decisions and tried to take creative control over the character. But she wasn't a writer or a producer. She was an actor. And when actors forget their role and start trying to run the show, things fall apart fast. Instead of collaborating, Bella tried to dominate. Instead of learning, she lectured. And instead of working with the team, she became a problem they had to work around. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Rumors started swirling that HBO had quietly reached out to actress Caitlin Dever, someone fans had originally wanted to play Ellie from the start. Dever's name trended online. Her past performances were praised. She looked like Ellie. She acted like Ellie. And for many fans, she was Ellie. Bella's camp claims this was part of a secret plan to push her out, but in reality, HBO was probably just doing damage control. They listened to the audience, analyzed the numbers, and considered a smarter long-term casting move. That's not shady, that's smart. And if Bella had handled things with dignity, maybe she would have been remembered fondly. But now, all people will remember is the lawsuit, the drama, and the ego. Here's the dangerous part Bella might not realize. Hollywood has a long memory. Studios talk, agents talk, casting directors don't forget, actors who sue big networks, cause PR nightmares, and drag private contracts into the public spotlight. Already reports say Bella's been dropped from multiple upcoming projects. Meetings that were once easy to get are now being canceled. Directors are second-guessing whether they want to work with someone willing to turn legal at the first sign of rejection. She might win the lawsuit, she might even get a payout, but at what cost? Bella Ramsey could have been a great Hollywood success story. She had talent, a breakthrough role, and a loyal fan base, but instead of building on that, she tore it down brick by brick, all because she couldn't take the heat of honest criticism and a studio decision. And now she's standing in the middle of a battlefield she created, hoping the same fans who once questioned her will now rally to her defense. This isn't strength. This isn't bravery. It's a cautionary tale, a reminder that fame doesn't guarantee longevity and lawsuits don't build trust. So now the future of The Last of Us hangs in the balance. The franchise is tainted by behind-the-scenes chaos, and Bella's career is on the line. She can try to spin it however she wants, but the truth is out there. She pushed too far, too fast. She forgot that success comes from teamwork. Not tantrums. And the saddest part? It didn't have to be this way. Bella Ramsey had the chance of a lifetime, but instead of honoring that gift, she sued it. Now the question is, will Hollywood ever trust her again?